It's January 22nd. It's time for Watcher Weekly.
That's it?
Yep.
Just one. That's good. We're good. Okay. Welcome to Watcher Weekly, filmed here in our Breather office, a show where we kick back, chat, and answer all of your guys' questions to the best of our ability.
And today we're talking. We're talking about stuff.
Yeah.
And the first thing to address here is the seating change.
Look, we're cozier. Now me and old Slim Lim are over here.
Whoa.
Big
Yeah.
Apple Steve.
Whoa, you got a hand
this
on my
great?
back. Keep him on the backside of the.
What, is this a new dynamic
The
for you?
first thing, that's the first time I've ever seen another human say, "You have a hand on my back."
How you guys doing? You feeling good?
I'm pretty good. My hair's pretty long. I don't know what to do with this mop on my head.
You wanna go toe to toe on this? 'Cause
Whoa.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I'm getting to the finish line. I said this in a live stream, but the finish line is my mouth.
Now, what are you going to do? Because
You're
almost
there.
there,
You're
yeah.
actually at your mouth.
if anybody knows me, they know that the one thing I'm actually very self-conscious about is my hair. And I was gonna grow my hair out because I was like, oh, I'll make it long and I'll have a lot of options. And now we're here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
There's not a lot of options.
There's
I can
not
tell
that
you,
many.
I know what to do.
What is that now?
When it gets long, you still have to get haircuts. But
Yes.
it's to
You
clean
do.
it up.
This is a new thing for
So
me.
so now you have to shape it up. It's like plant art.
It's like plant art.
I could,
Oh,
I could,
like shrubbery,
Right,
like
you're-
pruning a hedge.
You're not
Yeah.
mowing the lawn anymore. You're doing a little bit of a shrubbery thing.
Oh, it's always mowing. I'm getting there.
It's just like
Let's talk about the show that premiered last Thursday. That is Spooky Small Talk. That's a show that I helmed. Yeah, I was pretty happy with all the response.
there was an overwhelming response for one comment though.
What would that be?
The replays.
I like that Steven is like, yeah, great, let's celebrate that show. But first, let's talk about the one bit of critique.
I didn't even realize I did that.
Here's the thing. This is a good thing because actually before the show went up, our creative director of post, Anthony, had mentioned to me, he was like, you know what, maybe we should cut down on the replays.
Just tone it down a little bit.
And so I did.
but
Now that the series has actually aired, everybody in the comments was like, wow, incessant replays are really slowing this thing down. But other than that, great show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it to like...
You save it for the bangers, you know?
Exactly, I'm gonna limit it to the bangers, maybe like 2 or 3 replays max throughout the episode. And if you guys hate that, replays are gone.
Well,
They're out of there.
You're out of it.
I'm playing the minority here, actually. I actually really love the replays. They remind me of Asian television. I don't know if you've seen like K-dramas or like Taiwanese dramas. They do like the dramatic, cheesy triple replay, and I thought you were going for that.
Well, here's the thing, I'm catering my content to the audience, not to Steven Lim. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the audience.
Dang it.
If you haven't seen it yet, check it out.
Thank you to Zach Kornfeld for coming out and shooting that with me all the way at Knott's Berry Farm. And thank you to Knott's Berry Farm, our friends at the farm. They're the best.
Love the berries.
Another show that premiered last week, this past Saturday, was Making Watcher. Now that's not a regular show, that's a show that we're just gonna release periodically as the company grows. And yeah, that show premiered this past Saturday. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that. I really enjoyed making that show as well. That was a fun, you got something to say, Steven?
No.
The rest of the episodes of that are going to be on Patreon.
Yes, as well as that series being an irregular release schedule, it's also going to be a Patreon exclusive from here on out. So you guys get the first episode. That series is as honest as at least I could have been.
You really bared your soul in that episode, yeah.
And his
And my
body.
chest. And my chest. Yeah, you see, I saw that coming from a mile away. It was gonna
Yeah.
cut it off. I
You
shot.
didn't tell us that we should be taking nude vlogs.
Here's the thing, I didn't shoot, I had pants on. I did a shirtless vlog because I didn't know that anyone was gonna see that vlog. That vlog was for my own mental health, just so I could kind of talk through my emotions. Lo and behold, we make a series called Making Watcher, and that's in the episode. So from here on out, I will no longer do shirtless vlogs, only pantsless.
Like
and that's not
you're
gonna matter.
You're gonna Winnie the Pooh it?
Yeah, but no one's gonna see that. So I need to have some sort of free air on my skin for me to be able to open up. That's a me issue. It's kind of a long story.
What series is coming out this week?
Whoa, why don't you tell us?
It's called Weird, Wonderful World. That's not the full title. Sorry, it's called Weird and or Wonderful World with Shane and Ryan.
I call it triple dub.
In parentheses.
Yeah.
It's a parenthetic.
These are our official uniforms from it that we wear in half of the episodes.
That is true.
Are these uniforms available for us to purchase.
No,
because-
but you're going to see some of these patches up on the Watcher store, which you can access by going to watcherstore.com.
Yeah, you could just slap a patch on anything you want. A little jacket like this. You could slap it on a backpack on your mom.
Slap it on your mom.
Just right on her forehead.
Question about these patches, because I haven't actually, I have a few in my apartment.
They're embroidered. They're very nice.
They're embroidered.
Iron
and
on.
you iron them on?
That's right.
Are they unironable?
You can also sew them on if you're,
If you're a seamstress.
good, or a human who knows how to sew, like most people.
I don't know.
Anyway,
how I feel about this.
Weird Wonderful World is an exploratory series where Ryan and I seek out the stranger locations, sights, sounds, people of the greater Los Angeles area.
All the great, weird oddities that are painted on the canvas that makes Los Angeles.
That's right. Wow, that's good. This first episode is at the Mystic Museum, which is a place up in Burbank where they have a lot of oddities. There may or may not be a seance.
There's a seance.
There is
a
yeah.
seance, and we may or may not talk to certain famous
Celebs, President of the United States.
And we don't talk to one celebrity.
That's right. That's true.
If you know who that is, guess in the comments. Do they know? They know. They don't know.
It's very fun. Watch it tomorrow. Here's a trailer. Oh! These are gorgeous.
Okay, keep it in your pants.
The world is weird. And I'm taking my curious little friend Ryan Bergara around to explore every little last bit of it.
Jesus Christ!
We have Fruity Pebbles inside the cheesecake.
There they are. Now, you can't have any until you eat everything on your plate.
That's brutal.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling ready for a seance.
We are now between the worlds.
I tell you, if you hooked me up to a heart monitor right now, whew, it's like I'm running a marathon. That's how excited I am.
Before we move on to the next segment, I do want to say, since I did this last week, my perspective on Weird and Wonderful World as a third-party, unbiased viewer.
It sucks.
No good.
It is super wacky,
It's pretty wacky.
and I love it. It's addicting to watch. I can't get enough of it.
When we were shooting it, we kept saying, there's no rules on this one.
Yeah, no rules.
Big Papa Lim ain't around. Yeah. No rules on this show either, except that it's time to move on to questions.
It is indeed time to
Those are
move
the
on.
rules.
Question time.
Why don't we start with a Patreon question? We're going to be answering one or two Patreon questions every week. We're going to be answering more of them in Watcher Weekly Plus. All right, so our first Patreon question is from Kaylee Antos. Assuming the haunted house isn't a yearly attraction, how close together did you film all 4 episodes in order to get them done during the haunted house season?
Ooh, that's a great logistical question.
So this is a spooky small talk question.
Yeah, because the production on this show is pretty nutty.
So as you may or may not know, Not Scary Farm is a working theme park. It's a theme park that people go to get spooked. We had access to the mazes from about 5 to 6:30 p.m., which means we only had an hour and a half to shoot. And in that hour and a half time, we had to shoot 2 episodes.
I think that's why it's so amazing, because you shot it in that amount of time. Nothing could have went wrong, or else you just wouldn't have had a video. I think this leads to actually next season, when we produce the next season. Like, you can only really film this around the horror
spooky
season.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it is a working theme park and they're not gonna erect mazes for us just because we want to do a spooky talk show. We'd have to shoot out all the episodes rapid fire and edit them so you guys could see them in October. That's gonna be a fun month.
I'm going to do another Patreon question here only because it feels relevant. This is from Joanna McKinnon. She says, hello, struggling film student here. Any suggestions for getting past that, oh God, this is too much, I could never be good at this feeling that pops up now and then?
Any suggestions for getting past that? My suggestion would be to not expect that to ever pass.
No.
To be quite honest.
It's always there.
Yeah.
And that seems like a cynical and dark response if you make it that in your own head. If you're chasing the dragon of, the feeling of I belong, I know exactly what I'm doing, you're gonna be chasing your entire life. I truly believe that, not only for myself, but anybody that's done way more successful things. I'm sure Barack Obama wakes up and goes, I don't know what I'm doing today.
No.
No, Barry,
He's like,
I
I know
Barry,
what I'm doing. I'm windsurfing, baby.
Yeah, did you see Barry's hair color throughout his term?
Yeah.
I'm telling
We're going to look like that in 2 years.
My philosophy on it is, if you're not feeling that, then then
Something's wrong.
Maybe it's not challenging enough for you.
Yeah.
I think, all of this, as we are content creators, we want to challenge ourselves and we want to do things excellently. And we want to do things that are going to push the boundaries. And if it's already been done before, then it's not as fun. We owe it to each other to try our best and make the best stuff that we can.
And one more quick little thing here too. That's not to say that you shouldn't prepare. I think you should over-prepare. Prepare as much as you possibly can so that when you do get to set and you are feeling those things, because you are going to feel them, you could actually have the preparation to fall back on. You can only prepare for what you can control. And in those things, you should over-prepare so that you could kind of relax.
Correct. Couple quick ones. Here's from G. Barry. Question for Ryan. Now that you own a business, are you going to buy a new pair of pants? I see you're wearing pants that are intact this week, so take that, G. Barry.
You take that,
yeah.
Barry.
Here's from Daya. They say bees can fly up to 33 miles per hour, so no, Shane, you can't outrun a bee.
Yeah.
Get wrecked,
You know what?
Shane.
Disagree.
I have a proposition.
What?
We
Bee
find
race?
somebody who's a beekeeper out there. Invite us to your farm.
Patreon exclusive. Shane races a bee.
Yeah, this is going to be more exciting than Michael Phelps races a shark.
Another YouTube question from Jessica Philbin. Be honest, is that plant real or fake? It's real.
It's real.
Are you related to Regis?
I was about to say, you be honest, Jessica. Is your dad Regis?
Is your dad Regis Philbin?
Is your dad of Regis and Kelly fame?
I saw a guy in our neighborhood. Sarah and I were out walking someday, and we saw this guy, and he passed us. And I turned to Sarah. I was like, "Can you believe that?" She was like, "What?" I was like, "It was Regis Philbin."
No.
And she was like, "That guy was like 6'5". And I was like, "You know what? You're right."
Did you follow him into a
I did
cafe?
see him another time in my neighborhood, and he did not look anything like
It'd be
Regis.
great if you
Regis,
followed
no.
him into a cafe and he ordered like a baguette and you said, "Is that your final answer?"
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets it all the time.
Let's take it over to Twitter. This is from Bergara Bitch.
All right.
That's
Is
my
that you?
That's my burner.
That's Steven's burner. Did you have to coordinate with scare actors to jump out at the right time so they got Ryan and Zach rather than the crew? Can't stop thinking about how difficult organizing this show must have been.
Yes.
How many scare actors were there?
There's 24 scare actors in that maze, and I had
Wow.
to know where most of them were so that, like she just said, they don't scare the crew. We didn't want any kind of friendly fire scenarios.
How scary was it to you? 'Cause were you so wrapped up in the questions that like stuff did because you knew sort of the layout of the maze?
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. Because I was so wrapped up in the questions and just like the flow of the show, I did forget where the scare actors were, or at least it was back of my mind. Like I would know maybe, oh, there's something coming here, but I'm focused on his answer so that like I could, if I'm present with the guest, I could still have a good time in the maze, and that's like the beauty of the format, I think.
Next season, can I be a scare actor? Could I be like
Ooh.
like that guy from? Oh, I almost spilled my coffee in my lap. You know from Pan's Labyrinth. I guess I couldn't because that's probably copyrighted. But
I don't think they have any pants that could fit you.
I don't need to wear pants.
I think you do.
Let's see. We had some questions about our couch situation. Josh Ravenhill said, "Can all three of you please share the couch?"
Oh, I don't know about that.
I feel like that would be like, when you go to a bar and you're like, if you go to a restaurant and they only have bar seating or something,
yeah.
you're sitting there with all your friends, you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that might be tough. I like this. I feel like we're
Right.
cozier.
Yeah, there's nothing cozy about having to crane your neck to see your
Not
pal, like you're storming the beaches of Normandy. It's not a fun feeling.
Not good for vids. Here's from Grayson on YouTube. This is all caps. "I'm not saying that Diplococcus is the real Watcher, but that's exactly what I'm saying."
I actually thought about that.
Do you think?
What if we think, given that we've done shows like this in the past,
Yeah.
this zany character comes up and we're like, wow, this is a very zany, fun person, saying all these fun, veiled threats or whatever.
But then next week we receive letters written in blood.
But they're actually threats, and it is the Watcher.
I did see someone else say like, the Watcher will sue them.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah, we know who he
got
is.
him. We nabbed
Yeah,
him.
easy.
He can sue us. We'll get served, and we'll be waiting for his lawyer, and we'll have a giant net. We'll just scoop
Yeah.
him up.
Speaking of the Diplococcus, they joined us on the live premiere that we do. They said next week's toy to play with will be Mr. Lim. Just a bit of advance notice. I'm not scared.
You should be.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Come at me, bro, Diplococcus.
Oh, are you pronouncing his name weird on purpose?
Who are you, the Diplochachus?
The disrespect.
This I love. Oh, and here's one last question, which I think might be good, from YouTube. This is from How Are You, Space Doing? is Steven gonna host a show by himself?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I am. In fact, 2 shows.
Uh-huh.
We'll get to that next week, but I host a brand new food show. It's called Homemade. You'll never guess what it's about. I also have another show called Grocery Run, which we will get to in a few weeks.
Grocery
but,
Run, very fun.
very
It
fun.
rhymes, and it's true.
We figured out the tag for Homemade in
What is
episode
it?
3. It's Homemade. We made it.
We also figured out the tag for the company, shit. So
So
happy it's Thursday. It's kind of fun because it's like, oh, Watcher, shit. Then we could call ourselves shitheads.
Aww.
Family-friendly branded content.
It's gonna be good.
Oh,
Yeah.
me? I'm a shithead.
Hi, I'm Ryan Bergara, and I'm a shithead.
Let's move on.
Yeah, one last one from YouTube. This is from Ella Bach. Ryan is the new lo-fi girl, confirmed. This is referencing last week when you were sitting behind Chris Ryan.
Now, I may be 8,000 years old. What is a lo-fi girl?
I believe that's referencing the girl from Study Beats, lo-fi Study Beats.
Well, that,
Oh.
does she have like a little mix board in the back?
She's got her headphones on and she's like kind
I
of just
love that video.
Wow.
By Chilled Cow?
chilled cow, yeah. Do you think it's a human being?
Yeah.
It's an actual cow? It's a corporate entity who is making moolah selling sweatshirts.
Speaking of sweatshirts, we do have sweatshirts available on
Hey.
WatcherStore.com. Anyways.
Nailed it.
And we had a launch tee that we actually sold out right after the video came out last week. And we decided to restock it for you guys. So again, don't know how long it's gonna be on there, but go ahead and copy your Watcher launch tee. It's
You
not,
can write your name on it.
Oh, speaking of merch too, we are hearing all of you guys talking about Professor merch.
So plushies, it turns out, are very, very difficult to do, as evidenced by the fact that the old, the mouse is, they're not getting that Yoda merch out till what, May?
But you will be happy to know that he's
up there.
safe and sound.
It's good.
It's good.
I'm-
We got some teas
I'm delighted
coming.
by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got teas. We got.
There's a mug that
There's
I
a
love.
mug. Oh, there is a mug.
Okay, I'll say this. We're gonna have a stretch goal for Patreon, the Watcher Society. There's a lot of bonus stuff on there. It's worth signing up.
What's the goal?
1,000 patrons. 1,500? The goal is 1,500 patrons, at which point we will be giving away a professor. I'm going to make a duplicate of the professor using the materials that I used to make the first professor in my puppet laboratory. And we will be giving it away to one lucky viewer.
Which one though?
And I shouldn't say giving it away, giving him away.
To the 1500th or
No, it'll
just
be random. We'll get one of those giant,
It's an important discrepancy because otherwise someone will be sitting there like at 14.90, like really trying to
I know.
get it.
I'm gonna subscribe to our Patreon because I also want this.
Yeah, that'd be really good
Puppet.
if Steven
Yeah,
Lim-
Steven wins. All right, I think that should do it for this one.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
That does it for this episode of Watcher Weekly. Thank you guys all for subscribing, for sending in your questions to the aforementioned social media profiles. Make sure you watch the series episode that's coming out tomorrow, Weird and/or Wonderful World. Put your questions on the YouTube page for that, and maybe you might be on the next episode of Watcher Weekly.
I'll sing a little song next week.
Yeah, sing a little song. We could do a little boot song.
What
A little-
series is coming out next week?
Homemade, baby.
I'll sing a song about Homemade. It'll be good.
I doubt it.
No, it'll be good.
Anyways, see you next time.
Ha 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 ha.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Doo, doo.